Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working towards being a threat to the Istran Slayers. We're not quite there yet. Let's bump this up to fastest speed. There we go. And we do have, well, a technology being researched. Shields, that's a good one. No doubt about that. Artisan output. Definitely artisan output. So we'll get that going. That will help offset our current consumer goods issue. So that will get us, what, 10% increase? So that will get us somewhere around 23.4? That'll be about half of our current deficit. So that's going to be a very big deal there. I like that a lot. Our resources from jobs here will help a lot as well. So both of those together will likely, depending on how that's calculated, if it's additive or multiplicative, which I'm guessing is probably multiplicative. But if it's, depending on how that's put together, these two together might solve our consumer goods deficit. Or they might not. We'll find out. But on Kolbath, we have 2 ruler unemployment from the Groknaplorans, and it's going to take a while for those guys to demote. It's going to be 1296 days. So we're going to be looking at this for a while. Unfortunate. On Gilprim Prime, this is somebody who needs to migrate. I guess that's fine. No major issues there for now. And we'll get these guys put to work as soon as we can, but it's going to be some time. They are rulers, and they will take time to demote. I don't know why they're ruler pops, or where they came from, but they are. So here we are, that's fine. Looking at the state of the galaxy here, the Istran Slayers are definitely the threat. They're a crisis aspirant, and we need to deal with them. Elthier Prime does require additional housing as well as amenities, so we'll go ahead and put in a city district for the time being. Luckily, our heritage site does generate amenities, so that's all good. We have our heritage site upgrading on Alpha Centauri Prime, and that's all looking fantastic. Is this a place where we... Hang on. The Numistic Shrine. Are priests considered ruler jobs? This might be the location we changed the Numistic Shrine over. That would make sense, actually. Well, we're going to demote these pops any way we slice it, so that'll be fine. Are these guys at war up here? No. Noted. These guys are also superior to us technologically and economically, but inferior to us militarily. That's also noted. We're still scaling our technological growth. We have a long way to scale. We've not gotten amazing scaling technologies at this point. Kind of a bit unlucky, but we're starting to get some of those, so that's good. Armored torpedoes will be done in 12 months, and we probably do... Ooh, the Husko Coalition declared on the Istran Slayers. They must think that they can win that. Where are they? These guys. Are they a breakaway faction? I think they're a breakaway faction. They're going to die fast. They definitely don't win that. But that will keep the Istran a little bit occupied for the moment. And I'm just watching our consumer goods get worse and worse for the moment. I'm not shocked about that one. That is likely to continue, and we can always buy in additional consumer goods. I didn't mean to sell those. We can always buy in additional consumer goods if we need to. I'm not concerned about that. Once again, something that I bring up basically every game around this stage. I really wish that you could spend influence to demote these guys instantly, or at least speed it up. That would be really nice. But unfortunately, no such thing exists. There's our artisan output plus 10%. What else do we have here? Disruptors, but primarily as a reroll. I don't think we're going to use disruptors all that much. They do have shield and armor penetration, which is nice, but I'm not sure how good that would really be for us here. So we're going to finish up this increased production here. That did indeed give us about 23. So that's good to know. And we're going to finish up our improved production here, but this will also offset somewhat with our upkeep increase. So I'm not sure how much that'll actually help our consumer goods, although it will really help our alloys. What else do we have here? Auto-curating vaults. I mean, not amazing. I guess tile blocker clearances as a reroll. That seems fine. So looking at the consumer goods here, does this actually move at all? A little bit. It goes up a little bit, but the bigger gain is in our alloys, so that is great. We're very happy about that. This factory world, we really need these guys to demote eventually. 800 more days. That's fine. How long on our Citadel upgrades? Those will actually be done very soon. Well, some of them anyway. Cool. So that's looking reasonably fine. Let's go down here and upgrade our fleets. We've got those shield upgrades, so let's go ahead and get that done. And we could also definitely think about getting our second fleet at full strength, since we've got plenty of naval cap for right now. In fact, what would this end up looking like? 193? We can get all of them at full strength.
Our ships have been made superior.
So we'll work on that. Get that all put together. And we're currently working on constructing frigates, cruisers, and battleships. Looks good. Armored torpedoes have finished up. We could grab standardized battleship patterns. For the moment, I'm not too concerned about that. I think Devastator torpedoes are the way to go here. They're expensive, but I think they'll be worthwhile. Excellent. So we're finishing up these citadels. That opens up access to this building slot. What do we want to put here? A command center? I don't know that that's actually that great. A listening post isn't amazing either. The primary benefit here is that these are now almost 30k stations without a single defense platform. That's the primary benefit there. Atomic countdown, huh? Researchers on Earth have eagerly anticipated the countdown of the mysterious atomic clock of prodigious precision found on Grumium-3 for the past 42 years and 3 days. Several decades worth of heated speculation and conjecture have evaporated in an instant. The clock has just now reached its momentous deadline, ejecting a stream of self-replicating nanites. The nanites have constructed some manner of advanced computational network on the surface of Grumium-3. The network is inactive and seemingly devoid of any AI, the nanites having deactivated the instant its construction was complete. Our researchers are somewhat baffled as to the purpose of the network. Studying it should keep them occupied for some time, plus 10 engineering research on Grumium-2. Okay, I've never seen that event actually work before. Cool. So we should be heading all the way over to Grumium, and that is indeed what we're doing. And we should make our way fairly quickly through the hyperspace network. So it shouldn't take too long for our construction ship to get there once we arrive at the hyper relay. Cool. And now we should make our way through the hyper relay space fairly swiftly, I should say. The disruptor has finished up research institutes. Absolutely research institutes. That's some of that scaling that I was talking about. So that'll be great, and we should probably upgrade some of these ships. Yet again. There we go. We are full on our minerals. We will sell off a good chunk of those. And we see that Trabano has a Nusibulin. Nothing we can do about that really other than let them migrate. It'll be fine. How are we doing on our demotions? 500 days. Well, we're about 2/3 of the way through that demotion, so that's good. And Breslin Station is going to be done soon enough. Our ships are definitely improving in power, and that is our prosperity finished. So Public Works Division finishes up. That also gives us resources from jobs plus 5%, and we get an Ascension perk. So we could definitely take Galactic Force Projection here, and I think that is the play. We grab Galactic Force Projection, allowing us to have up to 307 units worth now. So we can now bring these up to 90 each. So 1, 2, 10. So I do think that we increase our number of cruisers and our battleship. Like this. There we go. That's looking better. Like that. So 28 more ships. That's going to bring us up to 262.
Our ships have been made superior.
We could think about a fourth fleet. That's a potential option. We'll go ahead and get this ship upgraded. And that battleship will be finishing soon. But we definitely want to continue to reinforce our ships here. We'll get a couple more cruisers built, and that'll be fine. We do need to deal with our consumer goods problem, but that will, I think, be handled the moment these guys demote, realistically.
Scientific
Well, they might not
breakthrough
necessarily
achieved.
work on artisans, but it will definitely be helped, for sure. So planetary resurfacing is now done. We could grab additional habitability, or upgrade our fleet command limit. That would be interesting, actually, because currently we'll be at 262, so we'll have 45 additional. Done. I think. Yes, done. We'll grab our fleet command limit upgrade. That'll be great. So Kolbath now has an Uthibulin. Those guys reproduce so quickly. It'd be great if we could modify these guys and these guys to remove the serviles. That said, as long as they have jobs, they are good at what they do. Oh, hello, console. So that's all fine. Gilprim Prime has these guys. They reproduce very quickly. No doubt about that. This is a forge world. They can be clerks. So let's go ahead and build a city district here for now. We're probably going to want to change that later-ish. Ish. Okay, so that's fine. We have arrived at Grumium, and we're grabbing that 10 engineering research. That'll be great. And these guys will be demoted very shortly here. I didn't necessarily want to do that. Yeah, 300 days on that. Cool. So that's all looking great. We will continue to reinforce our fleets here. The first fleet should get built up to full. And we're getting really close on getting that built up to full. This is the cruiser here. I believe we just need one more battleship. And we should have that on the next month tick. So that's excellent.
Construction complete.
There we go. So the first fleet is now up to full strength once we get that all put together. Beautiful. The BOS Atlantic is chilling down here, of course. And that's all fine. That is all fine. Very, very shortly, we're going to be going after the automated dreadnought here. But I want to get our ships built up first. We could buy in additional alloys. In fact, I'm going to. And we're going to spend those alloys on the second fleet. Getting that going. So we've got those cruisers and battleships being built. Perfect. Looking at our jobs here, we're continuing to scale our economy. These guys will demote eventually. And for the moment, I don't really care where they go. I think. Yeah, we'll let them auto decide where they want to go, and we'll evaluate where they choose to go. That should be okay. So there's our fleet command limit coming up. There's another fleet command limit here, but that's not helpful due to our naval cap at this moment. Industrial subsidies, forge subsidies, and the Ministry of Production, though, that's really good. So we'll grab that. We're finally starting to hit our scaling. That's really, really good. So this city district finishes. We've found some Bruggen warriors. She of the Void. Okay, sure. So that's all fine. We're definitely going to need to put in Ministry of Productions where we can. No doubt about that. That will be a huge boon for us. But the first fleet is going to be further expanded. Up to 110. So we're going to get all of these expanded to 110. I think that we're going to take our frigates to 15. I mean, realistically, I'd like this to be 20 and this to be 40. I like to double this as we go up, or roughly double it. So something along the lines of this. This should actually be 20 and then 34. There we go. So 20 and 34. So something like that. That'll put us at 322. That's not too bad. We need 15,000 alloys to make that all happen. But we can build the corvettes and frigates piecemeal very easily. So that should be fine. We're going to work on that here.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay. Just keeping an eye on what's going on up over here. Our research institute is now done. So we're going to grab, I think... None of these are amazing, although proton launchers aren't bad. No doubt about that. Deals additional multiplicative damage based on 100% of the target's ship size. Fascinating. We'll grab proton launchers. I'm not sure that we're going to use them at this time. But I definitely want to go to our 2 tech worlds here. We've only got the 2, right? Yeah, Earth is kind of a hybrid world. So for the moment, that's okay. We can go to this tech world here. I'm going to put in a city district. And here, we've got enough city districts. So we're just going to put in our research institute, which we can't do yet because we need a planetary capital. We need 25 pops on the planet. We currently have 22. We got more refugees on Grumium Prime. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So we need more pops on Trabano Prime. This is an Uthabulin. What is our jobs available here? Culture workers, researchers. The clerks are already dealt with. Okay. So Europe Prime has 23. In both cases, we need these to grow. Noted. We are going to get more pop growth soon. Once we get this, we're going to grab a new life for that sweet, sweet pop growth speed. So that'll be okay. And in the meantime, we're just continuing to pour our alloys. Okay, they built a gateway. That's fine. We're going to continue to pour our alloys into the first fleet. We want to get this built. And it's building primarily corvettes and frigates at this point. That's expected. Cool. And we will continue to build those. How much do we need in total to get that all built? About 14,000 alloys. It's a lot of alloys, no doubt about that, but we will get that produced eventually. So this generator world here, we could upgrade to an energy nexus, and I'm going to go ahead and do so. That's fine. And Grumium Prime, at this point, can grab a planetary administration. That would be good. We should definitely do that.
Incoming transmission.
Embassy from the Uvzant autocracy. Sure. They're considered overwhelming to us right now, but that's fine. We're scaling. All of these guys want to establish embassies because they've recognized that we are hostile to the Istran. I like it. We'll sell off our food here and use the proceeds to buy in as many alloys as we can, which is not many, but that's okay. And we will continue to reinforce the first fleet. There we go. But yeah, they've definitely recognized that we are hostile to the Istran and that we are going to do things to them. Now, I do expect the Istran to actually win these wars, for the record. And it's going to be interesting to see if we can pull off winning a war against them. Right now, the answer is no. No, we cannot. But we have very strong defenses on our borders, and we can strike out from a place of strength. Yeah, it should be reasonably okay. So we're going to finish up that frigate, and we need 2 more ships for the first fleet to be at full strength. Now it's at full strength, and we are reasonably a match for the Istran Slayer fleets, although we don't currently see any Istran fleets. So we don't know what their current numbers are like, but we do see that they are taking some hits here. Jurup! Hey! I like it. So these guys just landed on Jurup, bringing us up to 24 pop here. We're going to have a growth in 14 months. So that's beautiful. Trabano is at 23 and is going to grow in a lot longer. It's Uthabulins that are growing? Let's grow Groknaplorans instead. Thanks. There we go. We're growing Bizarro Ottomans here. Let's not grow these guys. Bizarro Ottomans will be fine. What else do we have? I think these guys are okay. Yeah, they're fine. They have 100% habitability here. I'm okay with that. Groknaplorin is okay here. Here is fine. Here we definitely want to put in somebody like Groknaplorins. There we go. And here we certainly want Bizarro Ottomans. And on Earth, Bizarro Ottomans. Cool. There we go. We'll get all that going so that hopefully we're growing people who are not just purely servile. Excellent. And we'll sell this off. We could use the proceeds to buy additional alloys. The price of alloys is very high right now, so I don't think we're going to do that at this exact moment.
We have encountered some manner of space-borne beast.
Alpha Centauri Prime. Okay, sounds good. So more people on Alpha Centauri Prime. The Husco sovereignty no longer exists. That's not a surprise. We can see that the Istran fleets are now around 30 to 60k. Noted. So that's up there, no doubt about that. But we are still working on scaling here. We're still working on scaling. Like I said, our scaling has been delayed by our tech choices. Or not really our choices, what is available. Yes, an embassy is fine. Gilprim Prime, refugees. We like it. So that's over here on this Forge World. That's fine. All is looking good on that front. We have no available jobs. Cool. So Europe is at 24 and Trabano's at 23.
Incoming transmission.
We accept this embassy as well. Devastator torpedoes. Metallurgist output. Yes, definitely metallurgist output here. So the next thing that I want to do is check in on our frigates, which are currently using Devastator torpedoes. Okay, we'll need to upgrade to that. I wanted to check to see if that auto upgraded, and it did. So we'll get all of that upgraded and work on this. The New Mystic Order, what do you got? They want to give us a caravan cruiser for 2,500 alloy, or 2,500 energy credits. No thank you, we will use our own cruisers, thank you very much.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, industrial subsidies, forge subsidies, and Ministry of Production. That's beautiful. Next up is Naval Cap. Absolutely, we grab Naval Cap here. Beautiful. So from here, we are, of course, going to want to increase our fleet size or get another fleet. But what we really need to do right now is get a city district built here so that we have a building slot on each of these Forge Worlds. Now, many of these are not going to be large enough yet for a Ministry of Production. We're still enlarging them. So that's fine. Europe is going to be large enough soon. This is currently considered a generator world, which is fine. On Kolbath, this is large enough, so we should be able to put in a Ministry of Production here immediately. And that will help our consumer goods dramatically. So that'll be good. What else do we have here? Well, for now, we just need to prepare our Forge Worlds. That's for sure. We need a lot more pop growth, but we're getting a lot moving in via immigration. That's really good. They are refugees, and we're completely okay with that. So Advatir currently has a Groknaploran that is unemployed here. This is a mining world. For the moment, though, I'm going to put in an alloy megaforge here. We need more alloys. How are we doing on... Our exotic gases are at +1. Okay, that's noted, but it's not the worst thing. Corellian refugees on Gilprim Prime. Beautiful. Well, we'll put them to work. Excellent. So that is all fine. We are going to want to move out over to Zuldior here and prepare to attack the automated dreadnought. That is definitely something that we want, and we should probably recruit in at least one admiral. These are all kind of crappy, but sure. We'll recruit in one admiral here, and Gilprim Secundus at this point can get a planetary administration. We'll get that going. Europe should be ready to be upgraded incredibly soon here. 2 months. Cool. And then from there, I do want to make sure that we are continuing to reinforce these fleets. We will take some losses attacking this automated dreadnought, almost certainly. But we'll get into position here. And I think we're strong enough to do this. We should be. In theory. So we're in position now. Let's go on in. Let's see what happens. We should be able to defeat this. I don't think there's a problem here.
Battle is joined.
Fantastic. We're doing almost nothing to his shields, but we tore through his armor. And his hull is just getting wrecked. So our shield
Scientific
attacks
breakthrough
are
achieved.
not great. Or he's just very heavy on his shields, one or the other. We've managed to disable the automated dreadnought in the Wydra system. Despite the punishment it took from our ships, the structural integrity of the warship's massive hull remains largely intact. Our boarding parties found the mummified remains of the dreadnought's alien crew still manning their stations. Before expiring, they activated some kind of automated patrol mode, which the limited shipboard AI has been locked in for the past 7.8 million years. Although it would take an incredible amount of resources, some of our engineers believe that the dreadnought can be restored and put back into service with our fleet. It would certainly make for a powerful flagship. Well, we could try to do that, or we could just salvage it for parts. I don't really want it. I want our own ships. So we're going to salvage it for parts. This is almost certainly the worst option here. But I'm okay with that. So we're going to need to bring in our science ship. We've got one here and one here. And we want to come survey this as quickly as we can. Cool. And proton launchers have finished up. We will next grab, I guess, antimatter reactors. That'll be fine. And from here, we're going to bring these guys back on home. Beautiful. We did take some losses, but we definitely need to go repair. And we're going to do so at Sol. So we're going to hop in here, entering orbit. Cool. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to get these planets here. That'll be absolutely great. And we are also going to continue our scaling. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and we'll look at this next episode as well. See you all then. A very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nix Marty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisoul, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.